So what is going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 2 of the Tottenham career mode. I'm sorry we haven't been uploading lately. It's because my dad's been in hospital having an operation, so because of that I've been with him in the hospital and not actually doing videos for you, which I'm sorry about. But as you see here, we do get confirmation that Yunus Kabul has been sold to Fiorentina for 13 million actually, but we did get 11 million allocated to our budget to put towards another player, and hopefully that player will be good enough to replace Yunus Kabul. So, the contract offer was accepted for William Gallas, John Bostock. These are just because I decided to offer them some new contracts, but here Milan still won't accept it, but they want 16 million plus the player that I offered, and the player that I had offered was Jermaine Defoe, and 16 million was going to be okay, so 16 million plus Jermaine Defoe for Stefan El Shaarawy was going to be what I was going to do. We did then decide to go into the transfers, and the reason because obviously I don't want to be making this the same old thing, but this player here is some player that I'm really looking forward to using if I can get him into the squad. His name is Nicholas Nkalu, and I think he would be the perfect replacement for Yunus Kabul. So because we got 11 million for Yunus Kabul, I think I will go and try and offer 11 million, and I don't think they will accept it because he is like a leader of men for them. But this player here is one player that I've always wanted to buy, but I've never actually got around to buying him, and he is the likes of Alaba. Alaba is one very good player. I believe that I wanted to actually get him into the squad because I might end up playing him in the left mid role. Another player that I'm very interested in is Ben Teke and Daniel Sturridge. But Ben Teke, I think I will try and get, because Daniel Sturridge is probably a little bit too expensive for me. And Ben Teke won't be moving because he's actually just joined Aston Villa. So I'm afraid they're not going to loan him out, let him go at this moment in time. And I don't think Liverpool are going to allow Daniel Sturridge to get off of their books because he has only just joined them as well, even though I think they will actually let him go. But because I'm getting El Shaarawy, I have to keep an eye on all the things that I'm doing. Make sure I don't start putting bids in left, right and centre, otherwise if I start accepting them I might not be able to go on and accept all the other ones. As you see there, both of my other two guys did accept the contract offers. Just as I said before, they weren't to actually join the club, they were because they're already at the club and their contract were running out, and I wanted to get them sorted early on in the season rather than waiting right to the end of the season and then doing it, because it's quite a pain when you get to the end of the season. But the transfer offer was accepted from Milan for Stefan El Shaarawy, and I went on and he wanted 170,000, which was a hell of a lot. No, he didn't. He wanted 100,000, sorry. I was looking at my remaining budget. So, 4 years he wanted, and obviously he was going to be a crucial first team player at Spurs camp, and they don't want to let him go because they say he's too valuable to them. But I will increase the bid just a little bit to let's say 11 million plus Michael Dawson. We will let Dawson go if we can bring in this Nicholas Nkalu, because he is such a good player and he's so young as well. So I believe if we can actually bring in him, he would really strengthen up our back line. I think our front line is going to be very strong with Gareth Bale and Stefan El Shaarawy leading the attack. So there, the transfer offer was then accepted from FC Bayern, and I was very excited to actually bring in this player to my squad, because I think he would be incredible achievement if I could actually bring him into the squad, because I think he's such a good player. And they don't want to accept Daniel Sturridge, which I don't really blame them, because it wasn't really that wasn't doing much, to be honest. And I'm trying to figure out who I should buy in the centre mid there. I am actually going to take Gareth Bale off because the worst possible thing you could do is start simming friendlies and end up getting people injured. It's the worst thing you could do, and for the reason of that, I'm going to make some substitutions, and Sandro can play instead of Gareth Bale there, and just put him there. So that is what we decided to do, because I think if I was going to actually go and play Gareth Bale in these friendlies and he went and got injured, that would really ruin pretty much my season, because the main reason I love Tottenham is because of Gareth Bale. Obviously not just because of him, but he is just one of my... he is my favourite player at the club. And as you see there, we end up winning 3-1 against Firth. Dawson getting one, Defoe getting one, and also Dempsey getting another goal. So that made us win 3-1, which was a brilliant start we got off to, and we were happy to actually start that campaign. And they were still wanted 19 million for him plus Dawson, which I'm afraid they were not going to be getting. So I had to go in, and I thought, okay then, we're not getting him, so let's try and get Angelo Ogbonna. I think he is also one incredible player, and I don't think we're going to get him for 14.5 million, but it doesn't really matter if we can't. But here, as you see, this guy here, Andre Schüller, is another very good player, which I'm looking at putting a bid in for. I'm not sure whether, even if he accepts it, I'm not sure whether I'm going to accept it, because Alaba is going to be in that role as well. So I'm not sure at this moment in time what I'm going to be doing, but hopefully we should be getting the confirmation that Stefan El Shaarawy was going to be accepting his offer to come into the club, which we would be ecstatic if he would go on accept it, but I got a feeling that he wasn't going to accept it. And then we get the message from Brad Friedel saying, "Boss, I'm giving you a lot of thought whether this is going to be my last season in the game. It's getting harder for me to feel the desire to train and to make the sacrifices I need in order to play at this level. So I'm going to consider whether to retire over the course of the season. But I'm sorry, Brad Friedel, you're not actually going to be playing in this season, because I'm not going to be putting Lloris on the bench. A goalkeeper of Lloris' standard, I'm afraid, is not going to be going on the bench." And as you see there, the contract offer was declined because I'm a top player and I don't feel this move suits me. Well, there's not much really I can offer you more, apart from I'll offer you another 35,000 a week to come to my club. And he is one player that I've never played with before, and now he's 19 and 83 rated. I just think he is such a very, very good player, and I would really, really hope I could get him into my squad. But at this moment in time, it doesn't look like it's that promising, and it doesn't look like he's going to be coming into my squad at this moment in time, which doesn't look very good. But the contract offer was accepted for David Alaba, and he was definitely going to be accepted into our squad. And I think he is actually going to be playing on the left mid role. As you see there, David Alaba, the new signing, arrived, and we get an offer for Jordan Archer, which we was going to accept because it was only a season loan. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little bit funny today. It's because I've got a really bad cold and I can't really breathe through my nose at this moment in time. So it's making me feel like I need to cough or sneeze all the time. We did then have a friendly up against Palermo, and Palermo are a good side, and we ended up drawing 1-1. Dempsey getting the goal for us that got us the draw in the end. Sorry about that. Just trying to get just trying to be able to breathe at the moment. The transfer offer was accepted for Torino because the player is too valuable to them, and they wanted 24 million for Andre Schüller, which I'm afraid I never ever gonna accept that. 24 million is way too much for a player. Even though he is a very good player, I still believe at 80 rated, at 24 million is too much. But the contract offer was then declined once again from El Shaarawy, and I only had one more thing in my bag. They have bonus of that, and he can have 150,000 and 10% bonus every time he scores, and I really, really want him to come to my club, because after all this, I don't want him to not come. So, here, I do not know what to do at this moment in time. I don't know where to, because I don't want to start splashing out the money on defenders or anything at the moment, because the main role I need is a striker. Yes, you heard me right. It's a striker is the main role I need. I don't believe Jermaine Defoe can do the job for me, but we had another friendly here up against Real Betis, and I think we should be winning this, even though if we simmed it. And we did. We got 2 from Lennon and 1 from Dempsey, and also Pabon missed a penalty. So, I was really, really getting worried now, or I am getting worried, because this is actually, I'm commenting this live. It's like you, I don't know what's going to happen at the moment. And it's really nerve-wracking, because I think I might not have the budget capability to go on and buy another really good striker like El Shaarawy, because El Shaarawy is only 19 and I know he's got such good potential and he's such a good player to play with, and it was declined once again. He just says that he's a top player at his current club. I don't care. You're going to be a top player at this club if you come. So there was only one last thing, 175,000 plus 15% plus that, and if he wasn't going to accept that, then I'm afraid I was going to have to move on to someone else and try and lure in another very good striker. But at this moment in time, I didn't know what that striker would be. I don't know who would suit the role of Tottenham, because El Shaarawy, I've thought about it lots and lots, and I believe he is one player that would really suit my style of play, because he's very quick, he's got very good shots on him, and I think because of that, he is such a good player, and I think I would really, really use him well, and I think he would be one of the top scorers in the Barclays Premier League if he would come to Spurs. But at this moment in time, it doesn't look like he's going to be coming, because he just doesn't seem to really want to leave Milan. He's saying that it's too loyal to him, but I think I don't think I can offer any more. I've offered 75,000 more, and he's declined it once again. So as I was just saying, the offer was declined for Stefan El Shaarawy once again, and I decided the last offer I was going to be was 180,000 and 20% bonus goal. If he wasn't going to accept that, then obviously he's not going to accept anything. And I did then have in mind the other player that I wanted, but I didn't know whether I would be able to lure him in with the same as Jermaine Defoe. Like with El Shaarawy, I've offered Jermaine Defoe, but I believe if I go and offer this to another club, then maybe he will accept it, and he is another brilliant, brilliant player, and I would love to bring him into the club as well. But I decided El Shaarawy was going to be the one that I would really prefer, because he's got the speed. The other one hasn't really got that much speed, but he's still a very, very good player. We still haven't got confirmation whether he's going to come or he's not going to come, so I don't really know at this moment in time whether he's going to come to Tottenham or he's not. All I know is David Alaba has made the move to Tottenham, and Kabul has left Tottenham to go and join Fiorentina. So I was hoping that he was going to accept it, Stefan El Shaarawy, I mean, but obviously I don't think in a million years he's going to accept it, because he's not accepted anything else, so I don't think he's going to go and accept this. I think it was stupid. He's getting 80,000 more than what he would do, and he's getting 20% bonus, and as you see there, he has not accepted it. So I'm afraid that's tough shit for him, because he's ended up losing out. And there was speculation there. What did that say? Please don't say that was Real Madrid wanted Tottenham. Yep. Is that Madrid are considering making a bid for Bale? I really hope Bale doesn't come back and say he wants to leave. But the player that I have decided that I want to bring into this club is going to be either Stevan Jovetic or Alexander Pato. So, we'll offer both of them the same amount, and let's see who comes back. So first of all, let's go and offer Jermaine Defoe and let's say 12,500,000 for Alexander Pato, and Jermaine Defoe 12,500,000 for Steven Jovetic. And I don't know why. There's like a glitch there on the side, but here they both are very, very good players, and I would love to bring either one of them two into the club, and I'd love it if I could manage to. So, there, and Jermaine Defoe is going to be the person there. We are going to take this episode up till our first game, so it might be longer than normal, and I'm sorry if you don't like the transfer, but I know when I watch other people's, the transfer period is the most interesting of all. The only thing I'm now hoping for is the worst thing you can do is when Gareth Bale says, "I'm sorry, I want to leave the club," and then the assistant manager will come in and be a dick like he normally is, and he will say, "I've made the decision that Gareth Bale hasn't been happy at our club," and then he will go and say, "I've added him to the transfer list without even saying anything to you." So I think that really pisses you off when it does that, because it really gets on your nerves that a player wants to leave your squad. The best player at my squad is obviously Gareth Bale by 1 rating if you count Hugo Lloris. But hopefully, I'm trying to bring in another player that will be really, really strong up front. So they want 22 million plus Jermaine Defoe, and I'm afraid I'm not going to accept that. So let's 18,500,000 is, I think, the maximum I'm going to pay for Steven Jovetic, because I don't think I can afford 22 million. I think that's miles too much. But as you see, that we get offers for Jermaine Defoe, Gareth Bale. We have offers left, right, and centre. So here someone wants to buy Jermaine Defoe, 18 million for Jermaine Defoe, and he can go. I don't think they're going to move it up that much. Yep, he can go. Let's see. The next offer is going to be for Gareth Bale, I believe. No, it's for Sandro. Sandro is not going to be going because he's going to be in my first team squad. So I think 17,500,000 if anyone wants Sandro. And this is the big offer here. 39 million for Gareth Bale, and I'm sorry, 89 million, and you can have Gareth Bale. Because he is an 87 rated player now. He has already gone up. I haven't even played him, but he's already gone up. There's only really two players I would swap Gareth Bale for, and they are Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. And even if I still don't want to swap them for any of them two players, because I think Gareth Bale is unique in what he is, and I don't really want to be going in. So we then got another transfer offer for Sandro, and it is from Roma this time. 17 million you can have him for, because like I said before, I don't want to be going out sending out players. Obviously they don't think Gareth Bale is worth that much, which I'm happy about, and they want 20,500,000 for Alexander Pato as well. I will increase that to 17,500,000, but if they want that much for Pato, and they also want that much for Steven Jovetic, I think there's only one thing I can do, and that is go and match it. So we are probably going to be coming to the end of this episode now, because we're approaching the first game of the season, which I'm actually going to continue on playing, but you won't know that because you're not going to be seeing it. But the transfer offer was not accepted, and they want 13 million, and I'm afraid I'm not even going to accept it, or not even going to do anything, because 13 million is pretty much taking the piss for Sandro, because he's only 23 and he's 81 rated. He's a very, very good player, and he's very strong in the heart of the centre midfield for Tottenham Hotspurs. So they offered 15 million for Jermaine Defoe there, so they are boosting up, and like I said before, 18 million or nothing. It's up to you. They can go for 18 million or nothing. I must reject that, because I'm not even going to bother around doing all that. The transfer offer was they want 22,500,000. I don't actually know whether I've got the capability to offer 22,500,000. I actually have. So Steven Jovetic is going to be there for 22,500,000, and I'm also going to go in, it's because I don't know what to do, because it saved 2 million. Sorry, that's my phone. It would save 2 million if I go and get Pato instead. But I know Pato he's not good a rating at this moment in time, but he's also very young, so he will also grow. So will Stevan Jovetic, because I know lots of people have told me how good Stevan Jovetic is at this moment in time. So we're just waiting for confirmation whether they're going to accept it, whether they're not going to accept it, what they're going to do. I don't know. Do you know? No, you don't. I don't know yet because I haven't played on further. The transfer offer was then accepted for Alexander Pato for 17,500,000, and I thought I might as well just go and offer him the money, which was the 120,000, sorry, and he would be a crucial first team player if he actually come to the squad. And I'm thinking at this moment in time to accept Alexander Pato. But I'm afraid you're going to have to find out in the next episode, because I'm not going to be confirming anything in this episode. And we are now coming to the end, so please drop a like, because it really, really does help me out. And I really appreciate it if you do drop the likes, because it really motivates me to keep making videos, and when it motivates me, I believe my quality might improve. And this is a new idea doing the Tottenham career mode with the board around the outside with the latest news, Sky News popping up all over the place. So the transfer offer was then accepted for Fiorentina as well for Stevan Jovetic. I'll then accept that. We'll go on, and he will be a crucial first team player as well. So the question in this episode: who should I accept? I'm edging more towards Alexander Pato at this moment in time. So please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I hope to see you next time on whatever that episode might be. Bye bye.